Hey everybody, it's your good buddy Frank here with you again, and I'm actually starting a brand new video series today. I'm going to do something a little different. Today I'm going to integrate my job with the self-help videos I've been doing on here for, believe it or not, it's been almost 3 years already. I don't know where the time goes. So most of you know I'm a counselor. I've been a counselor for a long time. I started off as a mental health counselor. I've worked with children. I've even worked with sex offenders, which was very challenging. But for the better part of the past 17 years, I've been working in the drug and alcohol treatment field. And most of you, even if you're not, if you don't have an addict in the family or you don't have an addiction problem yourselves, you've probably heard of the 12 steps. The 12 steps are the oldest and most successful way to treat an addiction. Okay, it's almost a 100-year-old program by now. It's been very effective. It's very effective programming for behavioral change, and it's not just confined to people with addiction problems, although that's where it's predominantly used. But I tell my clients all the time I could work on the 12 steps with a group full of 10 to 12 people that don't have any addiction problems, and they certainly benefit from it. So for any type of behavioral change or any type of change you want to make, the 12 steps are really, they can be very helpful. So what I've decided to do is do a few videos here on some of the steps and how they can be beneficial to you going forward, even if you don't have an addiction problem. So I'm going to call this video using the 12 steps, even if you're not an addict or something like that. I'm not sure I'm going to title it. I usually wait till the end. So I'm not going to cover every step because there's a lot of things in there. I won't say that they're not relevant, but they would require a lot more explanation. The 12 steps have a large component, a large spiritual component. And really, I don't want to delve into different people's belief systems and such because it's so complicated. So I'm going to kind of steer clear of that. You know, we might come back to that on another series. But what I'd like to talk about first is acceptance. Okay, step one of the 12 steps, AA or NA or whatever type program you're using, is would state I'm admitting that I have a problem, basically, and that I'm powerless against this problem. So we can boil that down to the word acceptance. Okay, now for an addict, they've probably been in denial for a while. You know, they probably have people saying, you know, Frank, you got a drinking problem, and you know the excuses. I got it under control. I can stop anytime, and people do that for a long period of time, whatever the addiction is. But the hope is with step one, when you're finally ready to make a change, that you finally come to accept, one, that you have a problem, and two, that the problem is something that's out of your control. So you have to practice the concept of acceptance. Now, how does this relate to the non-addict? Well, there's a lot of things that happen to us in life that are frankly out of our control. Okay, we like to think we have more control over life than we do. And there are certain things we do have control over, but there are certain things we don't. Let me give you some examples. Somebody dies in your family, a friend, or somebody close to you. You can't control that. There's nothing you can do about that. You must accept it. You lose a job, a divorce perhaps. Okay, your kids grow up and leave home. These are things that all merit a discussion about the concept of acceptance. Because if we do not accept what's going on and we fight against it, which is almost 100% of the time in vain, all we find ourselves doing is wasting time and being non-productive. As most of you know from my videos, I'm a big believer in not wasting time. We don't have much of it on this earth. So why waste time? I mean, we can all sit around and lament the fact that we lost a job or a relationship is over. But in that amount of time you're sitting there just sullen, worried, scared, sad, whatever, you're missing out in your life. And it's not productive. It doesn't get you anywhere. So hence it becomes a very large waste of time. So the first thing we must all practice is some form of acceptance. There are things we cannot change. No matter how much we wish or hope we want to change, we can't do anything about them. Once we're able to fully accept that, then we become ready to move on. But if we do not accept things, if we do not say, okay, it is as it is and there's nothing I can do about it, we are stuck. It's like running in quicksand. You're getting nowhere. And trust me, I'm as guilty of this as anyone. I have spent a large majority of my life wishing something wasn't so, hoping something wasn't so, only to find out there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. And all I've done is waste more valuable time. So, here's the point of today's little lesson here. Fix what you can fix in your life. Always be proactive. Always try to do better for things you can control. But with those things that you don't have control, accept that it is as it is and move forward. Don't waste time stressing about things you cannot change. And that, my friends, is another way to help you to live a more happy and fruitful life and not be sad all the time or regretful all the time. So that's how you can use step 1 of the AA or NA 12 steps to improve your life, even if you don't have an addiction problem. Next time I visit you, we're gonna go over another step and see how that can be of assistance to y'all. So I hope this was beneficial to you. I sure enjoyed doing it. Feel free to tell your friends and people you know about these videos. They're all available on my YouTube channel. You just type in my name, which is very unique. There aren't too many Frank Sorks out there, and you'll see my YouTube channel. I usually provide the link here on Facebook when I put them up too, and then I just copy them over Instagram as well. So I love feedback. Please tell me what you think of this stuff. Share it, like it. I love it. So hopefully you got something out of today, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Have a great one now. Peace.